All right, everybody. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the number 2 podcast of the Bearded Banker podcast. I am your host, Michael Swigert. Thanks so much for taking your time today. We're going to talk a little bit about some debt management, the other side of our job where we have purchases coming in and we also have refinances. And what I do as a loan officer is try to educate you on your debt management, because it's not just about your mortgage debt, it's about your entire standing when it comes to your debt. So when you're looking at your mortgage debt, you're looking at credit cards, you're looking at your home equity line of credit, you're looking at student loans, you're looking at car payments, you're looking at everything. You want to encompass it, and there is a time in your life, especially if you own a home, that you might need to look at refinancing all those debts into one payment so you can better your debt standing and better yourself and your debt obligations. So the one thing that I'm going to show, and I do have a recording today where you can watch live, but what you're going to see on the screen is a Excel spreadsheet of what I use with my customers to look over their overall debt standing and what we can do to improve it. Okay, so what you're going to see on the screen right now, we're going to pop this up, is you're going to see the top table, and what that table is going to do is it lists out all of your current debts, and what we look at is your current mortgage, your current credit cards, your home equity line of credit, your student loans, your car payments, your private loans, or whatever you maybe have. We're going to look at it, we're going to list it here, we're going to list the monthly payment, we're going to list the mortgage balance, the balance of the debt. So your mortgage balance, how much is on your credit card, how much is on your line of credit, what is your balance for your student loans, and then we're going to look at the interest rate that is associated with each line of credit. And then we're just going to list it out. Very simple, okay? So if you're listening along, this is something that you want to do. List it out. I want you to come up with the name, so what it is, come up with the payment, come up with the balance, and then come up with the rate. That is sometimes a little tough for the credit cards because those are variable rates. So is the home equity line of credit. Go ahead and do what was your last month's. We know feds are talking about lowering rates here in the next week or so. So that might be something that could change on your credit card or line of credit. But let's go ahead and what was last month. Let's use that. And then you're going to see on the screen, if you're looking, the proposed refinance. And what this is this is going to show what your current home value is. So for this scenario, for this customer, you'll see that we'll go back up to the top table. Current mortgage has a $100,000 balance with a 12,1203 monthly payment, and their current mortgage is at a 4.5% interest rate, 30 years fixed. The credit card they have has a $450 a month payment with a $15,000 bounce, and that rate is at 22%. And then they have the credit card at $350 a month, $12,000 balance, 27%. Another credit card, $150 payment, $3,000 a month, and 29.9% rate with a home equity line of credit that has about a $40,000 balance, $375 a month is the payment at a 5.68%. And again, the credit card and the home equity line, those are variable rates. So now we're going to go down. We're going to go down to the bottom table, because what I want to do is I want to take those monthly payments that you're making right now, because I guarantee you on the credit cards, those are probably minimums, maybe a little bit over minimums. How long is it going to take for you to pay those off? And you probably don't know the answer. Only a mortgage professional or somebody who has a calculator that can figure that out for you, that understands how that is broken down. But what you're going to want to do is list those out, and then now let's look at refinancing your home to pay those debts off. And I get it all the time. I mean, everybody I make this recommendation to, I want to pay my house off. I'm going to pay my house off. Okay? Well, did you know you have a home equity line of credit and you're making interest-only payments on it? So you're not going to pay it off. That's not going to be paid off. 10 years is going to come by and you're going to have to renew that thing at the bank. That we're going to walk into the banker and you're going to say, what is going on? Why does this say my next payment is $40,000? The banker's going to look at you and he's like, we're going to need to refi you into another home equity line. Yes, we are. And you're going to do it. Are you paying it off? No, you're just paying the banks. I don't know, what are you buying for them? Maybe buying their CEO a new condo in Palm Springs or whatever. But thank you, he says, for paying the interest and for 10 years and never paying the principal off. Or what about these credit card companies? Right? Capital One's opening up banks. You know why? Because they have so much money. They want to start lending it out because schmuckwads are charging up their credit cards and paying the minimum payments. I only say schmuckwads because that was me. I did that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make the minimum payments. It's not so bad. $175 a month. Let's go. And yeah, I never paid it off. And what I had to do was refinance my house to put myself in a better situation. So up there, you're going to see all the debts. Now we're going to go to the proposed refinance. In this scenario, the person has a $225,000 home value on their house because let's say they bought it for $170,000. Actually, I think that's what it was, $170,000. They've done some renovations. The neighborhood has gone up in value. Home values are going up all over the place, and that's about what it's worth, $225,000. So the max loan amount for this customer is 80% loan to value. What that means is we could take 80% of the appraised value of the home and we can loan that out to the customer. So if you see that's the max loan amount is $180,000. If we do add up all of the balances from everything that was listed up above, we only need $170,000. This customer did look at a 4.25% interest rate. And the APR on that, which we'll get here in a second, was 4.41. And the term for 360 months. And you'll see the payment with taxes and insurance on this loan amount, $1,136.30. So where they were at $1,212.03, and that was with property taxes and insurance, now they're at $1,136.30. So not only do we lower their mortgage payment. Now I know what you're going to say. Yeah, but you're extending out another 30 years. Just let me finish my podcast, all right? Come on. Let me just finish this. So we see the $1,136.30, okay? And we're going to go over, now we're going to see your total monthly debt obligation, your total debt balance, all that stuff. So that's the next table on the right. But what this table is for the people just listening is it says right now your total monthly debt obligation is $25.37 a month. All we're doing is we're taking your current payments on your credit report, what you're paying, what we listed over in table 1, and we're adding that up. That's $2,537.03 a month. Okay, their total debt balance is $170,000, right? And that's what our new loan amount is. So $170. Your debt rate, and what I always tell people is go ahead and find your average. What's your average interest rate you're paying? Okay, because if we look at it itemized, if you're going to look at each thing on your credit report, everything up here in table 1, and you're going to itemize it out, that's great. You can do that. If you look at it that way, you need to make sure that then, all right, well, I'm tackling the one with 29.9% interest, paying that one off. And then I'm going to look at the credit card with $12,000 on it, I'm paying that off. But now I'm going to go on to the one with its 22%, I'm going to pay that one off. That's great. And you can do that. A lot of times, though, people are coming to me, and if this is you, you're kind of on a fixed budget, and you're barely making it by. But we'll come back to that. 17.815% is all of those interest, the average of the interest rates currently for this customer. Okay. you'll see the extra payments being made. So right now they're making $200 extra on their payments to help pay off. This is what that customer was doing. So they were saying, you know what, I do pay an extra $50 on this credit card, extra 50 on this one, and 100 on this one. Okay, cool. So right now you're paying $200 extra. So right now you're spending $27.37 a month. And you'll see that here if you're watching the video, $27.37.03. All right. Now look, that's what you're currently doing, right? Your debt hasn't increased and it's barely decreasing. You're paying $27.37 a month. Your average interest rate of all of your accounts is 17.815%. And now we're going to look at the proposed refinance. All right. So your total monthly debt obligation now with the cash out refinance would be $1136.30 a month with taxes and insurance, and $170,000 total debt balance. That has not changed. Now you pay off everything that's on that first table, and now your average rate is 4.25% because that's what the interest rate is of your mortgage. All right, so now we're going to add in that $200 of extra payments being made. So let's just say you pay $200 in extra principal on your new refinance. You're now only spending $1336 a month, and you're going to pay off this loan, this mortgage, 9 years in 5 months sooner than if you would have just made your normal payment. Okay, so let me rephrase that. Your mortgage payment would be $1136.30 a month if you made $200 extra each month payments on the principal. So a total of $1336.30 a month. You would pay off your mortgage loan in 21 years flat. 21 years. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 20 years and 7 months. 20 years and 7 months. So now you have a 20-year mortgage, okay? So for all the people that were saying, wait, hold on a second. Like, I want to pay my house off. I don't want to extend how long my mortgage is. Yeah, okay, I'm with you 100%. And you'll see, all right, you're saving $1,400 a month now in your entire debt obligation. $1,400 a month. And if you just did the $200 extra a month like you were already doing, and your mortgage payment's $1336 now, because the $200 extra on principal a month, you're going to pay this loan off in about 20 years. How awesome is that? I mean, like, it is a no-brainer. A lot of people, they'll say, well, what if I don't do the extra payment? Well, it's going to take you 30 years to pay it off. And yeah, I need to make sure that you understand you're not, by refinancing with a cash out, you're not paying off debt, right? You're using debt to restructure your financial standing. You're using a 30-year mortgage to pay off these high-interest credit cards, high-interest home equity lines, high-interest personal loans. You're using those monies to put yourself in a better financial standing. And you can see it. You see on the spreadsheet, there's no gimmicks here. There's no nothing hiding right here. Right now, a cash-out refinance makes so much sense. It does. It really does. If you have this much debt on your credit report, if you have this much credit card debt, if you have a home equity line of credit, if you have a high-interest current mortgage, can we just lower your monthly payment to allow you to start knocking some of these high-interest credit cards off? So this is something I want to show you guys. You'll see the video. It is what we're doing right now with clients on a webinar. So if you are interested in me doing this for yourself, and this is personalized, then reach out to me. I will. We do a 30-minute webinar. You don't even have to come into the office. I'm gonna just do it over the internet, and you guys can sit in your pajamas and drink some beers or wine, or just I don't know. It would be 9:30 at night. and I could do this for you so you guys can watch it and make an educated decision, because it would be personalized. But this is something that right now, with the rates going down, property values going up, you should be taking advantage of. Anybody who has, I would probably say, over $20,000 in credit card debt, I mean maybe even $10,000 in credit card debt, you should at least request a consultation with my team, because we will take a personalized look for you and see if it does make sense, because in a lot of cases this will make sense for you, and I promise it's going to put you in a better financial standing, and it's going to free up some monies each month, so where we can look at, all right, we're gonna pay some extra on the principal so we can get out of debt a little bit quicker, right? Restructuring that debt so it frees up some more monies throughout the month that you can apply to on other outstanding debt obligations. So that's all I have today. Please reach out to my team, 330-465-8409, if you have any questions. Like always, we will be back, I believe, hopefully in 2 weeks, where we're going to have some special guests with us, and we're going to hopefully talk about purchasing a home, and we're going to talk with a realtor. It's going to be real exciting, and hopefully ask them questions and get some info for you guys. So in the meantime, stay cool. We'll talk to everybody.